And the Kiwis have got a number of players in the Golden Boot. So the running of the Golden Boot, the announcement will be, I'm not sure when, but it'll come over the weekend.
Yeah. Oh, you think it'll come over the weekend? They've got to play.
No, I don't think it'll come over the weekend. It'll come very early.
Early in the week.
Early next week. Dylan Brown at the top of the list. Now, he's only at the top of the list because it's in alphabetical order.
How does a bloke who gets dropped, how does Dylan Brown, Dylan Brown could win the Golden Boot.
He's in
front.
A
bloke who I called playing hooker for Parramatta at one stage and then sat on the bench for a month and then came back and played a bit of centre and then played the last round. And
do you think Dylan Brown
the best
is
player
in
in the world for the year?
Do you think he's in front?
Yeah, I'll tell you
he's got his nose in front.
Well, on the criteria, yeah. Probably is.
Well, that's it. It's just
well, there's no Australian in front.
No, the only one, Reece Walsh's first game at Wembley.
Yeah, but
second game.
One game?
Well, how many games are we talking?
Well,
like how many games there's no more than three games for players.
What if Keon Kaloamatangi gets it for his effort against the Prime Minister's third or something? I don't know. It's really lost its way, the Golden Boot.
It has completely lost its way.
Yeah.
Like who would win the Golden Boot? If we were to say the criteria is what it used to be, where everything counts. Everything counts. Who is the Golden Boot
good question.
winner?
So you're saying, so we're going to make an assessment of Super League. So where Jake Connor was Player of the Year, but he didn't play.
Didn't get
so
a
he's
test
their
game.
he's their man of steel, and then doesn't make the Test squad.
Our Dally M winner was James Tedesco, but James Tedesco,
doesn't play the Test squad. Don't play in Test. So who's your Player of the Year? See, Walsh. Now that you've asked the question, because Walsh is there, recency bias, I guess you could say, but it's just so extraordinary.
But he didn't play Origin.
No,
he didn't. Like he didn't play Origin. I know he won Brisbane the comp, which is it's not a small thing, is it?
Well,
but he came good at the end of the year.
Did Brian Tyler win the Brad Fittler medal again this year?
He did.
Now he's playing with Samoa. Yep. They're in the final. He has a big final. Is Brian Tyler on that list there?
No, he's not.
Oh, well, there you go.
No, not even.
But in answer to your question, if we're talking around rep football, but at club football, no, not quite his best, was he? Not up to the same quite. He had that injury.
Well, he carried an injury for most of the year.
Yeah, that's right. Hemi, right from Vegas.
Yeah.
He was good doing the cartwheels on the stage, but couldn't play.
Oops. Yep.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's interesting.
Okay, throw it open.
There. Throw it out there.
Who is the Player of the Year worldwide in rugby league? 0457 736 736. Very good question, Brandy.
Yeah, because you know when things changed, they changed between 17 and 18.
Right.
So in 18, it became the IRL Golden Boot, International Rugby League Golden Boot.
Yep.
Because in 2018, when they announced the winner of the Golden Boot, I said, I've never heard of him.
Yeah.
So Tommy Makinson.
Oh, Tommy Makinson, the winger,
Yeah. He won the Golden Boot in 2018.
Best player in the world. So have you got the full list of nominees?
Yes, I have.
So are there any PNG players?
No.
There have been previously.
Hang on. Edwin Apape.
There you go. Edwin Apape make it the Golden Boot.
And Lockie Lamb. Yeah, Lockie Lamb.
Lockie Lamb. He was on the bench for the last game.
He didn't play the first game, did he? He didn't play
he didn't play the PM13.
PMs.
Yeah, he played the tests.
Right.
But not the
PM13.
Cook
Islands
game. I don't think the PM13 game can.
So Cook Island, Fiji, but he was off the bench.
Is there any
Fiji.
Kooks announced?
You know what? You know who there's none of? There's not an English player. Not an English player. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14,
Joe
16.
Tarpany.
There is 18 players nominated.
Moses Leota.
18 nominated.
Timical.
There is not an English player nominated.
Casey McLean could win the Golden Boot. Ruben Cotter could win the Golden Boot. Wow.
There we go.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It has become a... Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you know who did win it? You know who did win the Golden Boot in 2002? Our guest today.
Ah, nice.
Stacey Jones.
Stacey Jones. Cooper Cronk won a Golden Boot.
He won
one Golden Boot.
Cooper Cronk doubled up with a Dally M and a Golden Boot in the same year.
Nice. Mm-hmm. That's like it's a slam of sorts. So Stacey Jones on the program today among our guests. Brad Walter, NRL.com writer, long time. He's been tracking around on the Pacific Championship. He's done the Pacific tour, if you will. So
Island
he's been to some places. So going to check in with him and where we go with the game. Like Brad's a rugby league man through and through. And as I said a few weeks ago, when we saw Tonga play Samoa in front of 43,000 fans in Brisbane, what are we doing with this? This is as good as Origin. Golden Boot nominations. This is fascinating when we look at the Golden Boot. Now, the Golden Boot, It's not the best player in the world for the year.
No.
Okay, look, got to get that out of your thinking. It may have been once, but not now. It's the international
Some of the winners, some of the past winners. The King won the first one in 1984. Brett Kenny, Gary Jack, Peter Sterling, Hugh McGahn, Ellery Hanley, Mal Meninga, Gary Schofield, Andy Farrell, Stacey Jones. We're going to speak to Stacey Jones in about 20 minutes. The coach of the Kiwis. He was a winner back in 2002. Joey won it twice. Darren Lockyer won it a couple of times. Jonathan Thurston won it 3 times. Cameron Smith won it a couple of times. Then we made it the International Rugby League Golden Boot, so we removed everything but international footy. It became a farce. They shouldn't call it the Golden Boot. Some of those players nominated for this year. I'll run through it quickly, and I'll say who can't win it and who can. Dylan Brown, first off the list, he can win it. Dylan Brown's been outstanding for the Kiwis. Dream Buller, Reuben Cotter, Angus Crichton, Harry Grant, they can't win it. Payne Haas could win it. If Samoa beat New Zealand this weekend, Payne Haas could win it. So could Junior Paulo. So could Jerome Luai. So could Casey McLean if the Kiwis beat. And Casey has a blinder again, as can Dylan Brown. The Aussies that I think can win it, it is down to Cameron Munster and Reece Walsh. Cameron Munster was good in game 1, man of the match in game 2. Walsh was outstanding in game 1, not so good in game 2, but if he played a man of the match performance, I think Reece Walsh would get it. There we go. I
think that would be great for the award. Actually, the more I think about it, if Reece Walsh comes out and has a blinder, Sunday morning, 1:30 our time is the kickoff in the third test, having played the way he did in the first test, although the second test was a bit neither here nor there for every Australian. That then would keep the award relevant because I fear the possible other outcome of it. I just think I think there's confusion around the award.
Well, there is, because it's still called the Golden Boot.
When it's called the Golden Boot, you think it is meant to be the very best of the the Golden Boot. Come on.
So there is
hardly the Ballon d'Or, is it?
No. So out of the 18 players that are nominated, that are still a chance of winning it, there's not one England player. Not one. And out of those 18, I think there's only 5 or 6 that can win it.
So we gave the example, if you're only basing it on international football, and apologies to Brandon Wakeham, but we are using you. If Brandon Wakeham
for Fiji
play Cook Islands, scores 4 tries, kicks 12 goals, has personal tally of 40 points, backs it up against Papua New Guinea, scores 3 tries. So 2 man-of-the-match performances, extraordinary number of points. Brandon Wakeham, New South Wales Cup player, could be the Golden Boot winner based on the criteria for this award.
That's right. That's exactly
so we've got a problem. Okay, we've got a little problem. Apologies to you, Brandon. But that's just a case in point around this award. That's why I think Reece Walsh, he plays well. It gets a big name on the award. Play on. 6 ago.
I agree. But then, Dylan Brown, Junior Paulo.
Yeah. Michael Maguire, not that club form counts, but Michael Maguire was on the run home yesterday talking about coaching Reece Walsh, watching Reece Walsh become the player he did back part of the season and the grand final performance. This was Michael Maguire from yesterday.
Oh, I think we saw it, Fletch, probably, even when I first walked in. Like, he loves his footy. Like, people don't... I know he gets put up in the highlights for various other things, but, mate, as a footballer, mate, he's great to coach. And, look, they all are. Like, Pano, Paddy, they're all real passionate rugby league. They know what goes on in every game. They watch their footy and the work that they do. And they just were galvanising together. And I think, off the back of what the team was doing, Reece was able to just play his own game. And that frees up the ability to be able to see things that, you don't tend to see. So I think it's a team. The team played their part to allow him to do what he was able to do, which was extraordinary.
Yeah, I agree with that, sort of. But that 20 minutes when he came back on the field against Canberra, I don't think it was much about the team. It was him. It just was him.
Got to remember the grand final. I hope it's not lost in history. The Adam Reynolds injury. And then the Ezra Mam injury. They are.
That's right.
Like, that's a massive in a grand final.
Yeah.
Playmakers.
You lose your halfback and your 5'8", which they did against Melbourne back in round 27.
Not Ezra Mam. Ben Hunt. Ben Hunt went off with a concussion. So it's Adam Reynolds, Ben Hunt, and suddenly it's Ezra Mam, there, Reece Walsh had to step up.
Yep.
Ezra Mam, good player, but I don't think he's he's not the organiser 7. Walsh had to be the voice on the field, and he was.